Hi, this is my first vlog. I'm doing this off my laptop. I don't have a camcorder right now, so I'm not really sure how the picture is turning out. So we'll see how this goes to see if I do another one. Um, Basically, I'm a stay-at-home mom of two little boys. I have a fixing to be 5-year-old, and I have an 18-month-old. And I sometimes think I should do something like this to vent my feelings, or maybe something I just want to talk about, or maybe bitch about that someone else has gone through. And, I just want to hear that I'm not the crazy one, and that I'm not the only one that's had these feelings or had this happen to them, and so in or so far. But um, basically, I promised a friend of mine that I would do this and try this out. So, hi Cassandra, I'm doing this for you, girl, um, and see how it goes. But like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have been for quite a while now. Over August will be 2 years, I think, that I've been out of work, and basically the reason I haven't gone back to work is it's just you can't afford daycare. Daycare's very expensive, and I looked into to see what it would be for me to have both my kids in daycare and go back to work after 6 weeks. And where I was at basically told me that it would be close to or over $400 for me to have both my kids in daycare. And at the time, that wouldn't even been enough. That would have been my whole check, and then I would have still owed them money for what they were asking. I was bringing home probably quite less than that every 2 weeks. So after talking with my husband and discussing it, it was a better idea for me to stay home with the boys. I do watch Little Boy during the week. He is a joy to have. And, so I bring in a little bit of money. Probably more than I would bring in if I was working, to be completely honest. And that sucks, because I do miss going out and working, being around other adults instead of just talking child talk all day, all week long. Luckily, I have one of my best friends, Crystal, who just recently had a little baby in January. January. And unfortunately was laid off before she was to go back to work. So I, thank God, have her over 2 or 3 times a week, and can actually adult talk with, if that makes sense. I mean, if I did not have her, I would probably go insane by now. I mean, thank you, Crystal. That's all I can say is thank you. I love you, girl. I love you. It's anyone that has kids and stays home with them. My little boy, he's in VPK, and it's only 3 hours. 3 hours a day. It's every week, but it's only 3 hours a day. And sometimes I don't think that's enough for him. Especially with all the stuff they need to know for kindergarten. Sometimes I wish it was a little longer for him, because I fear that in the end that he's going to turn up to have dyslexia, which is something I have. And, I think I don't want it to be as hard for him as it was for me. And, so I wish he had a little bit more time during the day. I do stuff with him here, but he's at home. His brother's a distraction. The TV's a distraction, which is not on most of the time when we do homework or I work with him. So it's like, there's always something that he'd rather be doing if he was here. And I know at school he's not like that. They tell me he sits down, he does his work, he listens. I mean, he's a typical little boy. I mean, he gets in trouble here and there, but other than that, he's a good boy, and you know, that's what matters to me. You know, but sometimes I think it's a blessing that I'm here and he's not in daycare every day, you know, because sometimes I wondered, was he really learning what he should have been learning? Because there's stuff when he went in the VPK that he should have known he didn't know when he was in daycare. What he should have was supposed to be being taught. I see it now that he wasn't. But that's a long other story. But anyway, I'm not really sure how long this laptop. It cut me off at one point, so this is my second attempt to do this. Um, so I guess I'm gonna cut this short. So I guess I'll see you around. Thanks for checking me out. And that's it. I'm out. Bye.